Hmm. All right, we are back. So, quick update on my Linux journey here. So, I have switched over to Fedora Linux and been using for Fedora Linux for about 3 months now, or so, roughly. So in total, I think I've been using Linux for about 4 months now. And I want to say maybe the first month was purely spent learning on Linux Mint. And then after that month, I wanted something a bit more modern, something basically I wanted to dive in deeper. And essentially what I ended up finding was Fedora Linux, and specifically I'm using the workstation edition, which comes with GNOME. And I did try the KDE version of Fedora Linux, but after playing with it and messing around with it and just experimenting with it, I for some reason I just did not like it. I didn't really liked um I really liked GNOME. I liked GNOME as the desktop environment, and the way I have it set up here is just to me is very ideal. I like it a lot. I like how uh the whole desktop just looks very clean. As you can see, I have down here on the bottom, I have a dock, and that by default does not come with GNOME, but I instead have installed some extensions. So as you can see here, I have about three. I only have three extensions here for GNOME. So I like to keep it pretty basic, pretty simple. But I did add an app indicator here for GNOME, which basically indicates which apps are open up here in the taskbar. I have this one called Blur My Shell, which gives this bar a nice blur, but then also gives this like the app drawer here a blur in itself too, because by default, if I were to turn this off here, I don't know if that's gonna mess with anything. So by default, this is just like a straight black line. And even the bar down here, even the dock down here, just became gray. And then if we go to the app drawer, everything is gray as well. So I didn't like that. So I really liked how Blur My Shell, let's see, there we go. I really like how Blur My Shell kind of gives it a nice blur up here, gives the dock a nice blur, and then gives the app drawer a nice blur. You have to mess with it a little bit. Um, in the folders, even the folders were blurred out, but I didn't like the way the folders looked blurred out. So I instead messed in the settings here, and I had so that the folders, I have it set up so that the folders are not blurred. I just didn't like the way it looked blurred. It just looked messy and kind of broken. And then dash to dock. Dash to dock is basically this dock down here. And those are all the extensions that I'm using. I did update my mouse cursor. After messing with Fedora, and matter of fact, I messed with several. I messed with several Linux distros, and I noticed that a lot of them had different kinds of default mouse cursors, but um, I really like the way I really like Linux Mint's mouse cursors. And so basically what I ended up doing is I got the mouse cursor online that comes by default in Linux Mint, and I added it here on Fedora. And so I really like this cursor. I think it's really nice, really clean. So I added that and then a few extensions, and that's basically it. Like this is my desktop, and I what I really like about Fedora, or in fact what I really like about what am I going to say here? What I really liked about GNOME is that the way everything looks is just very clean. Like I just like the way how clean everything is. Um, just like even the calendar here just like looks so nice. Like I don't know. I don't know what to like how to like explain it even more, but the thing is like I just really like how everything is just so nice in this. Like I'm completely impressed, and basically what I do on my computer is mainly game. So as you can see here, I have a lot of I have Steam downloaded, and I play a lot of Steam games. I also mod some of my games. So some people may have questions about modding modding games on Linux, and it's actually not that bad. It's actually not hard at all. One more thing that I wanted to add is that there's this application called R2 Modman that lets you mod tons of games, and it runs natively on Linux. They have an RPM version. So Fedora uses RPM, and so they do have an RPM version of R2 Modman. And so the main games that I like to mod is Risk of Rain 2 and Valheim. Um, those are the two games that I have. I also have Among Us, but I don't really mod it. But they also have tons of games on here, and so you can look it up. It's called R2 Modman, and they do have a native Linux version. They do have multiple Linux downloads available. What else? Like I just overall I've been having a pretty good time on Linux, and so mostly what I play are MMOs, and so my main MMO is World of Warcraft, so I can get World of Warcraft running on here, but I've recently been wanting to switch out of World of Warcraft. And I've been actually switching to RuneScape, and so RuneScape has their own launcher that they don't have. RuneScape does not have the Jagex launcher. They don't have a Linux download available. They should though. They really should, but they don't. But I did follow a video online that lets you download the launcher here. And basically, I don't know if it's like a copy or I really don't know how they did it, but essentially you're able to log in to your accounts here on and basically use the Jagex launcher on Linux. I'll link the video down below, which one I used. But I was able to get the Jagex launcher, and I've been playing RuneScape, old school RuneScape, and regular RuneScape. I switch back and forth. So I have RuneScape Dragon Wilds, but I haven't really messed with it too much. I do have it downloaded. I bought it, but I haven't messed with it too much. I mainly like MMOs. I do like survival games as well, but my main jam is MMOs. And and then I've also been playing some Guild Wars 2. It only says I have 6.5 hours. That's just what I have on the Steam version, but I have, hundreds of hours on the main, on the like their official launcher. But having it through Steam is very nice. You can just log in through Steam, and everything is all your account will still be there. I have RuneScape here. Here's Dragon Wilds that I have. Valheim, I'd love to play Valheim. And then literally all these games I can run him on Linux just fine. Risk of Rain. Recently got Metro Redux 2033, sorry. Um, I've been wanting to get into this, but it's hard for me to get into single player games. I mainly like to play MMOs, Skyrim, of course, Oblivion. I did get the the remastered. Been playing a little bit. Elden Ring, Night Rain, Elden Ring, Dragon's Dogma, Dragon Age Veilguard. I recently got this game on sale. Um, Cyberpunk, and then the most recent game that I've been playing is called Ashes of Creation. And so I've been playing Ashes of Creation on Linux, by the way. Let me go ahead and update that. And so um, I know Ashes is a brand new MMO coming out. It's still in alpha, but that's something that I might post an update in the future about. We'll see. But all I can say is that I've been having a good time overall on Fedora Linux. Linux Mint was cool, but I wanted to explore and try something new. I'm glad that I did, and I ended up on Fedora Linux, and overall I'm having a good time. I'm having a really good time here. Absolutely literally like no issues, or if it's anything, just like a quick Google search or like Chat GPT, and I'll get it up and running pretty quick now. I mean, other than that, this is my current update. I'm gonna start uploading a little bit more. I want this channel to be more about gaming on Linux, specifically MMO gaming on Linux, but we'll see how that goes. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my journey, my Linux journey. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening. See ya.